Hello everyone, welcome to this global GEG broadcast. We'll be making a start shortly, and while we're waiting for everyone to arrive, why not head into the chat, let us know who you are, where you're from, your Twitter handle, and if you've got any questions that you'd like us to answer during the course of this evening, let us know there as well. Also, if you haven't already done so, make sure you hit that subscribe button to make sure you stay up to date with all of the events being organised by us at Global GEG. We'll be making a start really soon. Thanks for joining us.
Hello, everybody. Welcome to GEG India launch. I see already a lot of people joining in. My name is Reshma, and I'll just wait for a couple of minutes till others join in. So just like others said, please put in from which place you are from India, from outside India, your Twitter handle, and what are you looking forward to from today's session. So we have Dr. Varia also here. Dr. Varia, you want to say hi?
Hi everyone. Good evening from India. So glad to join this launch event. I'm so glad that we are having the GEG Pune, India. So it's a time for collaboration, a lot of learning to be done. We are so excited to launch this event. Thanks, Reshma, for considering me in.
Oh, wonderful. I saw Dr. Varia being so active and really on top of it because he really wanted to push this out. And I'm excited to have him here. We have amazing Global GEG support, my Global GEG Southern California leaders here who just voluntarily helped me out. This is my first time doing YouTube Live, so hopefully all goes well, Stacy and Becky. Thank you so much.
You're doing great. Wonderful.
So, hi, I see Priya is already here. Tamina, thanks for joining from UK. That is exciting. And Priya is from Dubai. That's great. So more people joining in from different countries as well. Murtaza, hello, how are you doing? And so as we start, we will try to finish the session within 1 hour. So we'll be going over what GEGs are. We will be going over the national education policy. That's a big thing for India right now, and this is the right time to be ahead in the game. We will also be getting lots of overviews from our leaders here. And let's see how it goes. And we want you all to be involved. Keep putting your questions in the chat as you join. We will also paste a link where you can fill in the form to be a part of Global GEG. So here we go. Should we start now?
Go for it.
Okay. So my name is Reshma. I'm from Pune, India. I'm born and brought up in Kanpur for all my Indian people out there. It's been 15 years I'm in the US, and I have learned so much here being an educator. And when I came across my GEG group here, and my journey is not very long, it's a short journey with GEGs, but amazing people out here, amazing things that they are doing. And I really wanted to push this out to all my Indian educators and to see how I can help my community to grow up to what is required in today's world. So my Twitter handle and my email address is all in the presentation. Dr. Varia?
Yes, good evening, everyone. Myself, Dr. Vishal Varia. I'm from Rajkot, Gujarat, India. I'm a Google Certified Educator Level 1. I lead a K-12 school, private school in Rajkot. And I'm so much fascinated with Google technologies, and I'm so thankful to Google India and Google for Education for rolling out these kind of products so that the educators can take maximum benefit of it. My school has been benefiting from Google for Education since last 3 years. Not so fortunate, but thanks to this pandemic that we are actually realizing and reaping the benefits of online education using this Google technology. So thankful, and I'm so very much excited that we are starting with this Google Educators group in India, because when I did my certification, there was no active group in India. And this is how we just got connected with each other. Reshma and we're so happy to connect with GEG SoCal and GEG Global. And we're so happy that they are with us in this launch event. And GEG Pune, India is going to be a very happening place. We are going to roll out some very good training schedules, some very good sessions, and we are here to collaborate, to learn from each other, to train, and to take this platform to different areas and to different schools, to different educators, so that we can reach a larger audience. So here again, I welcome you all on this global launch event, and I'm so glad to be a part of this event. Reshma, over to you.
Yeah, thank you, Dr. Varia. And we are excited to see more people like Dr. Varia. I just met him just a couple of weeks back, and the way he got involved in it, I said he has to be my co-leader. And so together we can bring up what is the intent of this. So thank you. Can I request my GEG SoCal co-leaders to please introduce themselves?
Hey everyone, my name is Becky Calling, and I am one of the co-leaders from GEG SoCal, and I'm so excited. I was excited to hear that Reshma was getting your GEG started and going, and when she invited us to join, I, of course, said, yes, I will be there. It's very early here in Southern California. So fortunately,
glad to have you, Becky. Yeah.
But thank you all so much. I'm excited to be here.
Stacy.
Yay.
And Reshma, we're really flattered that you asked us to support you. I'm Stacy Klein, and I'm a co-leader with wonderful Becky for GEG SoCal, and our other colleague Karen should be joining us shortly. And we're really excited because Reshma was one of our first members, and she was so excited and wanted to help all the time. And so it was just wonderful having somebody that was that motivated to be part of us. And now she's her own GEG program leader, it's amazing. So we're just wanted to be here. So yay, congratulations to you and Dr. Varia.
Thank you. Thank you. Okay. Can we move on to the next slide? Just quickly run over the agenda, Dr. Varia.
Yeah.
Okay, so today's agenda, Dr. Varia will talk about NEP, which is a big deal right now in India, and that's where we come into the picture and how fast we need to work on this, and that can only happen with everybody together. What are GEGs? We'll be discussing about some cool, awesome, just a few of the web tools. We'll be going over how creative the classroom can be virtually to be able to keep kids engaged, and we'll collaborate with Jamboard, and then our leaders will tell you about how to get Google certified, what it is, and what is the pathway.
Great, okay. Reshma, it's a very good set of agenda. This is really going to be interesting. So I'll be starting off with the national education policy. And I suppose everyone is aware with the national education policy. What I'm going to share here is something what is inside or between the lines. As we can see that our earlier system was 10 plus 2. So 10 years of preliminary education plus 2 years of, say, higher education, and 2 years of middle school higher education, and then for college education, which is now divided into 5 plus 3 plus 3 plus 4. Now, why this? So everybody is aware what is 5 plus 3 plus 3 plus 4. In India, everybody is aware with this. But what I would like to say here is, in the earlier policy with 10 years, right, the rule of mass promotion really didn't give us that set of skills required for students to learn. So when we divide this model into 5 plus 3 plus 3 plus 4, after the first 5 years, when the child is going into the school, right, for his 3 years, then preparatory stage, then he will be admitted in the school only when he has achieved particular skill level. So in order to ascertain whether he has achieved the skill sets, there will be set of examinations and there will be set of activities. So the assessment is going to change, and the examination patterns may going to change. So in the earlier, in the preparatory or previous to preparatory stage, fundamental stage, you can say that there is no examinations. So they will be given bunch of activities, and based on bunch of activities, they'll be progressing to the preparatory level. After the preparatory level, the first 3 years, right? Then and the next stage is the middle school. So this is where his examinations will start. He will start appearing for different set of examinations subject-wise, and the assessment will be theoretical as well as practical and will be application-based. And then later in the secondary stage, classes 9 to 12, 4 years, this is where exactly the board, the education board will now come into the picture. Well, they will be taking the examinations of the students year on year, and they would be evaluating the students. So unlike the previous model, they said that this model is more similar to the American model of education, where skill sets are given more importance. So this is the concept of 5 plus 3 plus 3 plus 4. We are yet to start that. This is just a particular policy at this point of time, and they're going to start with the first fundamental stage by 2025. So here we are discussing into 2020 at this point of time, and the realization will start the realization from the year 2025. So if you just see, so you have the main advantage of middle school or this NEP 2020 is that in the middle stream the student will be having the flexibility of attending different subjects. It will be a multidisciplinary middle school. So standards 9 to 12 would be multidisciplinary, right? Unlike what we have right now, a student is allowed to select between science, commerce, and arts. Whereas during this middle school period, from there, he will be selecting different subjects irrespective of the stream. Say, for example, if the child would like to select, say, if he's interested in biology, he's interested in physics, but he's not interested in chemistry, he's rather interested in philosophy, the child would be able to select that subject. So this is something very good aspect of the NEP, where we are really going to meet the global standards of the multidisciplinary nature, right? And later on in higher education, for college education, as you can see here, it's a 4-year bachelor's program. So unlike at the present, the 3 years bachelor's program will be having a 4-year bachelor's program where applications would be given priority, internships will be given priority, and like as we have state level or as we have national level examinations for certain courses, here the colleges would be set to have their own set of examinations, and probably there will be one single examinations all over the nation, and based on that score and based on the admission test scores of the particular college, the admission list will be, or the list will be declared. So this is something which is a far dream as of now, because when you talk about the fundamental years, the realization of fundamental years would be starting from 2025, and we talk about higher education like college and all. So it's a very different thing. It's very far point at this point of time, and maybe there could be some changes also, and implementations will take some time. So the main focus of NEP over here is that they would want to have 100% registration for education. There's a gross education ratio. They want to rise the literacy ratio to 100%. That is, all of the students should be in the school by 2025, and they would achieve the ratio of 100% literacy by 2030. Unlike when we talk about higher education, the graduation courses, right? So unlike just giving away the qualifications, the focus is here on giving or issuing the particular skills, or training the students on particular skills, a combination of theory and knowledge, or the application of the knowledge, and then making the child or the candidate employment ready. So you can say that while this education policy is being implemented right from the beginning, the fundamental, the preparatory, the middle school, the higher education, and to the graduation or UG or the PG program, application-based education will be given high priority. Skill sets will be given high priority. Qualification would be definitely there. Score would be definitely be considered. But along with the score, application or the talent or the skill for that particular subject will also be considered. So it's a very good proposition at this point of time, but yet it is at the point of proposition. We are yet to realize its effect or its implementation, and we are very hopeful in India that this policy is going to definitely change the way the new India, the next generation, is going to come and take up the new India. So this is something I want to discuss about national education policy. If you got any questions regarding national education policy, you can throw it up in the chat window. I'll be seeing it. I'll be answering accordingly. And since we don't have much time, this is just a nutshell I've discussed with you. I would request Reshma to continue from the next slide, please. Reshma, you're muted.
Okay,
Yeah.
sorry. So thank you, Dr. Vishal. It was a great overview of what India is looking forward to. And that's an amazing change in the Indian education. I completely support it. And that is exactly where we come into the picture, and all the educators come into the picture, where we have to empower ourselves to get ahead in the game. We have to see, and we have to share, learn, inspire. So let's talk about what are GEGs. So GEG means Google Educator Groups. So this is just a group of voluntary educators who have come together, where we inspire, share, learn, and empower each other. So it is exactly, if I know something, I share it with everybody. You learn it from me, and then you pass it on to others. So this is like you're learning, you're sharing, you're collaborating, and creating something great, as well as you're empowering yourself at the same time. Just as Mr. Sundar Pichai, CEO of Google, says that technology cannot replace education, absolutely, but it can surely empower it. So that is the reason how we are going to integrate technology with education to help our coming creators of content that we call our students as. They are not absorbers of knowledge. They are not learners of what we are teaching them. They are going to be the creators of content. So when we are ready, we help them to get ready by integrating technology into their work. Exactly the same thing happened when we all went virtual. That is the point when even I started looking at how do I learn new things? How do I share it with my students? How are my students going to do with virtual learning, that too effectively? And that is where I came across the Google for Education. I searched online. It was not an easy or a slow journey, but I was just fascinated by the tools provided by Google that can be integrated into the technology. I went through, I found my PLN, that is the Professional Learning Network here. I connected with them. You attend lots of training sessions, you share what you know, you learn from them. And that is exactly what we are going to have for GEG Pune. So it just says GEG Pune because it has to have a name, but it is anywhere from the world that you can share and learn from. So that is exactly what is GEGs. So if you go to the next one.
Yeah. So it's a great, Reshma. GEG, Google Educators Group, basically the motto is, or the concept or objective is to, as Reshma said, it's to learn, collaborate, and share what we know. It's about sharing of knowledge. It's about, delivering to a larger audience. We learn from each other. It's a century of collaboration. It's a generation of collaboration. We learn from each other. We have students in our school, in our class, who are rather more tech savvy than what we are at the point of time. So in order to reach to them, in order to teach the millennials, it's us who have to collaborate, help each other, right? As Reshma said that while she was trying to get up with particular certification, she got in touch with one of the GEGs, and there's how she learned so many things. Similarly, here the objective of GEG Pune is to collaborate with whatever group we can be with each other. Another objective is to roll out certain set of trainings, certain set of boot camps, so that we can use these resources. These resources, as you see in the screen, is Google Web Tools, resources for teachers can use today. So there are plenty of resources. I'm going to share just 3 of them at this point of time. One is a Google Chrome App Hub. Other is a G Suite for Education. Other is Tech Toolkit for Families and Guardians. Now, these are 3 categories. Google Chromebook for App Hub is, we don't have it in India at this point of time. Google's just like Apple had iPads, like Google have got Chromebooks. It's a laptop where Google is having their proprietary products already pre-installed in that laptop. And those products like Chromebook App Hub, right, as we have in an Android phone, we have got a Play Store. That's a Google Chromebook App Hub. We have plenty of applications, that can teach the children some basic fundamental concepts. And for India, it's a matter of pride that Google has invested handsome amount of finances to bring up the next generation and to make them learn. So Google Read is another application where they have launched certain stories where the children will speak the story word by word, and the story will progress in the application with animation. So unlike Google Chrome App Hub, we have this Chromebook App Hub, we have plenty of applications, say particularly for maths, particularly for science, particularly for language, for social science. It's basically productivity tools, or many other tools are there. So Chromebook App Hub is generally basically for your laptop, for enriching your laptop with multiple applications and softwares. G Suite for Education, Reshma, I'll just try to click this. I'm not sure that will be presented.
Yeah, just go ahead and it should open up a tab for you.
Yeah, it's opening. I don't think it is presented. I have to present it. Okay. Anyway, I'll just present it.
If you want, go ahead and share your screen now, and we'll look at the tabs that you want to share.
Okay.
Okay.
Just share.
Yeah, you can keep talking, Dr. Waria. I'll just share my tab.
But that won't be visible for Google. Okay.
And it's okay, Dr. Varia, you can keep sharing your slides. I will just bounce between your two screens, so you can leave your showing.
So should I share, Stacy?
Yes, you can share, and then if Reshma shares hers, I can switch to her screen and she can share her tabs.
I'm sharing my entire screen, yes. So is my screen visible? Yeah. So as you can see here, I just clicked on this Google Suite for Education, and this opens this new particular page. Now this is a fantastic tool for the educators, whether it be an education school or K-12 school or a coaching class or any educator, a private educator. As you can see here, it's a G Suite, administered with a G Suite. Now, what is a G Suite? G Suite is a set of different applications that Google has rolled out, right? Just see Google Docs, Google Slides, Sheets, Drive, Jamboard, Gmail, Meet, Chat. It's a communication applications. Then classroom applications, we've got Google Classroom, Google Assignments. Assignments is a new launch, very fresh, and it's really good that anyone can easily, you can collaborate this with assignments, you can collaborate with different applications, right? And Google Forms. So it's a bunch of tools that Google is providing free of charge for the cause of education. And if you are an educator, if you're into education, then these tools are marvelous collaboration tools, absolutely free of charge, and you can create very good educational material, share, and it's an entire ecosystem that will give you complete control of a virtual classroom that you're going to use it for your day-to-day teaching learning. So as you can see that there are many of things over here. So G Suite basically is something, of the three of the web tools, Chrome Hub and then G Suite for Education. G Suite is something purely for educators, purely for the school education or for college education, only for the cause of education. Now, this is something for educators. This is something for the technology, Chromebook or App Hub. Now, Tech Toolkit for families and guardians. This is very important. I'll just open up. Tech tools are, Google has made it a point that it's not only to, it's not enough to teach the new generation. We need to rather upgrade the present generation as well. So this is something very fascinating. This is something very fantastic. Now, this tech tool for families that, as I discussed, the students are already thorough with technology. Rather, we have to learn something from the students here, how these things happening in your mobile phone. So at times, as being a tutor, the millennials are rather very much tech savvy. So Google had made it a point that if it's a family, right, if the parent is aware of how the classroom is working or how the Meet is working, how the communication tools are working, then they are going to help the children, their own children, to study better using their platform. So this is a PDF document, but it contains so many of links. See, Google for Education video series. Google Terms Glossary, Best Practices for Family Engagement, and Tech Effect. If you just click on Google for Education video series, it will
So
lead
I just
you
wanted to, yeah, sorry, Dr.
Yes.
Warrior. I just wanted to add to this that Global GEG just created amazing junior training series. So they are like short videos, just like Dr. Warrior showed. They are for basically for students. If they say, oh, how do I share my document? I did all my work, but I don't know how to share it with you. So it's a small 3-minute or a 5-minute video, which you can share with your student and which is completely free. It is available online. Just assign it to a child that, okay, today you're just going to learn about how to share your document with me. And this is all amazing tools that are provided free for all of you.
So you can just imagine that, see, most of the important and necessary elements are free: air, water. And I think Google has made it, learn from that particular concept and has made this technology thing very much easily available, and it's free of charge. You can just see this screen here, Tech Toolkit for Families and Guardians. There are plenty of videos, and very short videos. Introduction to Tech Toolkit is just 1 minute, 56 seconds. Then Tech Toolkit for Families, Guardians, G Suite for Education, 2 minutes. Tech to Families and Chromebooks, 2 minutes. Google Classroom, 2 minutes, 55 seconds. Now, if you just see these videos, they are self-explanatory. They are you can learn from these videos how this software is going to work, how this technology is going to work, how this technology is going to help your child in learning better for education. So, enabling them to learn from the textbook, enabling them to learn from the content, as well as growing with them with the technology. So it's not only about to teach them the technical knowledge of maths and science, but also to teach them how to use technology to learn maths and science. Now, this is a brilliant concept. I very much welcome this, and very much really thankful to Google for creating this kind of resource library for the parents. And if parents give some time, then this is very much engaging. We have seen while with this pandemic, where online education is very much popular at the point of time, we have seen parents are not ready, are not they are not tech savvy, so that they can help their children. So it's more of a burden on the teacher to teach the child who is very much younger, okay, to and instruct the child while the lecture is going on. You have to click on this, you have to do this. So this particular tech tool, as I mentioned here, tech tools for families and guardians, these tech tools are for the family, are for the parents to learn and understand that technology, so that they can help their own children to learn through technology the different technical aspects of different academic subjects, right? So web tools, as I mentioned, these are very much important tools, and believe me, this is just a short trailer shared in front of you from GEG mode, that these are some things, web tools are available, which are free and provided by Google. So I would want Reshma again to continue with the next point. Reshma.
Thank you, Dr. Waria. That was amazing information that you shared with all of us today. And don't worry if you were not able to catch up with everything. We have all the slides that we will share with you. After the presentation, it will have the links to all these documents. And anytime you have a question, just reach out to us on our Twitter, or just fill in our form. And so we have all your information. We can add you to the WhatsApp group, and we can start the discussions out there anytime. Thank you, Dr. Waria. Yes, Stacy, I would like to share my screen now.
So I'm just stopping my screen sharing.
Okay. So, Stacy, is that my screen shared, or is this Dr. Waria's?
I've just stopped sharing the screen.
Yes, Rashma, that's yours. And Dr. Varia, you can leave yours up if you'd like to, and we'll bounce between them. But
okay, awesome. So, should I be putting the present mode on, or is that right? I think I should be fine with just this.
Yeah. Or if you open it, if you share your Chrome tab instead, then you can go into present mode. Otherwise, you won't be able to see StreamYard.
Okay, that's fine, because I just wanted to check on the links that I have it here. So does this look okay? Okay, so the thing that you see on the slides on your presentation right now is my Bitmoji Classroom. Now you might think what exactly it is, but we all are virtual. We want teachers as well as students to feel like they are in the classroom. But we cannot have them paper and pencil. We can't go to them to see what they are doing, but we can always give them technology to help finish their work. So this is amazing. I call it G Suite Magic because this is differentiated learning using Bitmoji Classroom. So Bitmoji is another extension from Chrome Web Store. Amazing. I love it. It just makes it more exciting. This is my first assignment, which I want my students to do. So when I click on my assignment, it opens up a tab for them to fill in the form. So today, let's say I'm teaching, it's my English class. I'm a math teacher, but I still read books. So I'm teaching wholes as a chapter. I created a whole document as an assignment for them. They would be entering their answers right here. Now, if somebody doesn't have a book with them, obviously it's not school, they cannot access the library. I embedded a video that is audio book of wholes. So the child just has to click here, he reads the book, then I ask him the next few questions. So let's see what happens when he tries filling in the answer. Dr. Varia, is it okay if I put in your name as the student? Okay, so Dr. Varia is filling up the form, and the next question says, okay, so you saw the video at Green Lake, what lies between the two trees? Well, it's a hammock. Now, this is from the child's point of view. This is what the student is going to see. I will show you later what actually, as a teacher, I made the form to look like and how the answers are being matched. What are the boys ordered to do at the Camp Green Lake? Well, I don't remember, so probably I'm just guessing it's kill snakes. Maybe the child did not watch the video properly, or he just needs to go back and watch it again. So we also call it learning at their own pace. So a child has a chance to go back, see the video again, read the book again if he wants to, and come back and do the test. How did he go to the camp? By bus. Now, I want to include and see the child's imagination into this. So I provide him with a Google Docs, and that's actually Google Drawing tool. So I give him a blank slate. I say, please draw your imagination of how do you think the camp looked like. Amazing, Google Drawing is amazing. It has all the tools right here. A child can pick what he wants to draw. He can just do a free drawing, or he can just pick an image from the computer or from the drive that he would like to just upload right here. So I just picked a sample. I said, okay, I can draw. I'm not an artist, so I'm just going to pick an image that I like. Probably this is my imagination of how the camp might be looking like. There is a hammock, there are things, there are camping and all those things. A child just uploads this image to my Google Drawing, or there is a second option that says add a file. So he goes to his drive, he goes to the document that he wants to upload, and then the sample drawing is already uploaded for the teacher. This is basically to instill imagination in the child. Everybody can think their own way. There is no exact way how the camp looked like, but he can always look at the video, read the books, and bring those things together. The last question that I ask students is, write a summary of the chapter in your own words. So probably they would say, okay, yes.
Reshma, is it okay if Dr. Vishal says goodbye?
Of course, of course.
Thanks, Reshma. Actually, I have a presentation lined up today, so I'll not be able to continue with this event at this point of time. So I'm so glad to be a part of this event. Reshma, thanks for considering me as a co-leader. Stacy and all, I'm so thankful to you for presenting this. And we have really got a very wonderful audience today. We'll be in touch through emails. And thanks for everything. Okay, see you.
Thank you, Dr. Varia, and I wish you luck and wish ourselves luck with the next venture. Thank you.
Okay, thanks. I'm just leaving. Thank you.
Thank you. Okay, guys. So back to our form. So I just wrote Stanley's at the camp, and I submit my form. So as a student, I submitted my assignment, And I'll just show you how it looks like as a teacher. Once the child submits the assignment, this is how it looks like. So I know the time when the child finished the assignment, so I have a due date for it. The answers are listed, and then you see 2 out of 3. So this is exactly where I already pre-graded the quiz. So you don't have to grade it each one by one. You don't have to go back and look. Probably you just have to assign points for the drawings that he made, the summary that he wrote, and everything. Everything lists by itself. You also have access to his Google Drawing that he uploaded. So amazing things that you can do just at one place. You must be wondering how to grade the quiz without even looking at it. So this particular form that I'm sharing right now is from the teacher's point of view. So you start creating a form. You want the child's name. I decided to add the video. Forms gives you options to add a video to it. When you click on the option add video, it takes you and it asks you where do you want to upload it from. Either you have your own video made, a small presentation, or an explanation of a concept that you want the child to learn, or you just find it on YouTube and just look for privacy and security settings. Is it okay to share that video with others? You click the link and it's just right here. Later, I attached multiple choice questions. So when you add a question, Forms actually gives you a choice and it just proposes you what this question should look like. So automatically I got multiple choice. If you want to change the way the question should be answered, you have the choices right here. You put in your options, and now this is the amazing thing. There is after you fill in the form, I don't think you get a choice of putting it till you go to the settings and you make it as a quiz. So forms can be submitted in a different way. Like you just want a feedback from how the session went. You just want, just like we created the GEG Pune form, we just want your information, that's it. But if you're doing it as a quiz for your class, you go to the quizzes section, click this tab which says make this as a quiz, and you can even give them an immediate feedback, but I made it later after the manual review because I wanted to look at their drawings. I wanted to read their summaries, suggest them something. So I just said, I'm going to review and give them a feedback later after I see those. The child can see what questions he missed, what he got right, and everything. Okay, amazing. Once we make this as a quiz, then we have a choice which says add answer. Now, I don't have to look at each submissions to see if he got it right or wrong. Forms provides us with an option which says, how many points do you want to assign this question for? What is the correct answer? So as a teacher, I just clicked hammock because that's the right answer for this question. If the child gives the question, answers it right, I said, great job. So next time when he answers the questions correct, he gets a suggestion which says, a feedback from the teacher which says, great job. In case the child doesn't get it right, that is absolutely fine. You just assign him a video again, a small explanation of why it is not right, what he needs to go back and look at, or you just assign him, you just add a link to any document, any article that you want him to read, and then come back and give the quiz again. This is exactly how I did the whole quiz. Adding a file, that is another amazing thing that I love about forms. There is an option which says file upload in this drop-down menu. So you just click the file upload because I want the child to upload something here, especially being a math teacher. I love to see if they actually did the work by hand or if they just Googled the answer. So I always ask them, please upload your work. So they take a picture of their work that is done by hand, and they just upload it right here so that I know that the child knows how to do it. He has done all the steps and so on. So this is exactly what the forms can do. There are more things that the forms can do, and we will discuss those during our presentations and during our training sessions. Great. So we are done with the forms. Now we want to quiz the child. I just put another link to this quiz, which takes me to an amazing add-on and a free resource online which says quizzes. I already tried a quiz once when I was testing all my links, and the child goes back and he attempts the quiz again. Okay, it doesn't let me, so let me see if Dr. Waria can give the quiz. So I'll just show you how it looks. Okay, here it goes. So the quiz actually goes like this. You can prepare your own quizzes. There are amazing teachers out there who have already uploaded basic quizzes online. You can pick one of them. The educators are amazing. They share all what they know. So this is how the child looks at the quiz and gamifying the whole classroom. Who goes to the Camp Green Lakes? Well, the bad boys go to the camp. This is exactly what the child sees. So next one, what does the word bother mean? So, well, maybe, I don't know what it is, maybe help, which is wrong. So this is how the child is learning. So I have 12 questions added here, and it just goes on and on. They can redo the test, they can attempt it multiple times, and excellent. So right now I'm on my Google Slides. It is just one slide with all these links attached. So it is just once that you have to make all this, and it just works like wonder. Another thing that I wanted to show you on this Bitmoji Classroom is, well, I don't want to watch the video again and again. Can I read a book? Somebody's really excited. I want to see what happens next. You have a bookshelf. I attached a link to the whole PDF document. The whole book is right here. You're excited, go ahead and read the book. You ask the child, you can just include, highlight the important words. Keep is another, keep is Dr. Waria's favorite feature, he was telling me. And keep is something where you can say, okay, write down all the vocabulary that you see here, and you just push it into keep. So this is exactly that I wanted to show you how it is. So hopefully this is amazing what G Suite can do for us. And then the next thing that I wanted everyone to help me with is collaborate using Jamboard. Jamboard is another amazing collaboration tool that G Suite has with it. It is a virtual keyboard. So you all have the link here. If you have my presentation going on, just go ahead and click on the Jamboard icon, and it should open up a small whiteboard for you. And we'll see what that whiteboard does. Let me know in the chat if you are able to open the Jamboard. Otherwise, I'll just put up the link right here on the chat. I know Mel just said I have an obsession with Jamboard. Absolutely, Mel, I agree with you. It is amazing. When I created it, I just started putting up my things on the Jamboard. Awesome. Thank you, Monita Dash. So you were able to go to the Jamboard. Now, Jamboard is a virtual keyboard, whiteboard, I would say. And you see all these tools right here. So I teach math. I always use Jamboard because I want to write down all the steps for my students. I want them to be able to collaborate. So my question for today is, how are you feeling today? Awesome. I see coming up, sleepy and fantastic. Those who have never used Jamboard, this is the text box. You can just click into it and just say hello to us. If you have your Bitmoji, go to your Bitmoji, pick a Bitmoji from. Awesome. I love this, Becky. And so you have your Bitmoji, just go ahead, find a Bitmoji and put it here. Awesome. Amazing thing here is a sticky note. So pick a sticky note, pick a color that you like, say something for us, and just put it right here on the board. Awesome. I love how things are coming up on the Jamboard. Okay, you can even write using a pen. Just pick a pen color and just type in whatever you like. You can either use a mouse. I know I spoke with some of them. I use a Wacom here. That's a digital pen and a notepad, which helps me actually write all the math questions just the way you would write on your whiteboard in the class. But we will talk about it during our sessions, and we'll see how we can collaborate. Awesome. I just love how some are sleepy. I'm sleepy too. I'm also in Southern California. Never in my life I got up at 4:30 in the morning, but I was so excited. I actually didn't sleep for the whole night. Okay, awesome. I love it. Is that Abid? Looks like him. Thank you, Abid. Okay, awesome. So just let everything just keep coming, and this is amazing thing. I also had second, so if you just keep going, you can have multiple keyboards. So this is a great collaboration tool when you have a classroom of, let's say, 16, 18 students. You want all of them to have their own explanation of what you are doing, or just say something to you, give a feedback, just say a hello. Probably you might want to use this in your classroom, just like I shared. You shared it with your students and give them access. Remember to share it with anybody with the link. So that's very important. So you click share, and I said anyone with the link can edit it. So that is where everybody can collaborate. So keep your thoughts coming in. We'll go back later again to our Jamboard after we finish the presentation. I'm actually excited even just to see what we can do here with the tools. I'm sure you will be too. Okay, awesome. So I'm just going ahead with the presentation, and I would like my amazing PL, and she is the first one who I connected here in Southern California when I started looking for GEGs. And Becky and Stacy have been amazing. Karen is amazing too. I couldn't see Karen today, but let's hear from Stacy.
You know, Karen's with us. I'll let her introduce herself, and then I'll do my little bit. And Reshma, everybody is so proud of you and Dr. Vadia, and we're having so much fun. And I mean, I'm like, oh my gosh, this is like a full brain dump. I've just been completely schooled in everything you've just done. So just wow.
Thank you.
Yeah, this is amazing. I'm so sorry I was a little late. My alarm thought I would only go off if it was a weekday. So sorry. 10 minutes.
But I appreciate Karen, because I understand it. So it's an off day, and the school has been crazy here last couple of weeks.
It has, but I am so glad to be with you. This has been awesome. I have been watching, and it's great. You're doing a great job.
Thank you.
Yay. So I'll bring them back on and when it's their presentation part, and I'll do mine super quickly.
Okay, do you want me to stop the presentation, stop sharing the screen?
You don't have to. You can leave yours. I have just shared these now for full screen, and then I'll take it down again. And whenever you want me to take the slides over, I'll do that for you.
Okay, perfect.
And Reshma, please feel free to comment during this section too, because I'm so impressed with everything. I feel like we've got a little mini boot camp today.
I just wanted to push in as much as I can to all my India folks and around to get them excited about how GEGs can help you with.
Yes, this is exactly, you did that, and you taught them how to use all the tools and threw quizzes in there. I'm like, wow. So fantastic. Again, this is Stacy Klein, and we're just really excited to be here. It's fun to support Reshma, GEG Pune, India, and Dr. Varia, and David, who we will hopefully show his video at the end of this broadcast, who is another member of GEG Pune, India. The section I'm teaching on right now is Google certification. And we have two levels of Google Certified Educator, level 1 and level 2. And if you've been following GEG Global, you will have seen that we've offered a couple of boot camps, and those are all recorded. So you can visit them on our GEG Global website. I'll put it in the comments, or Becky will. And we encourage you to visit those, because those will get you completely ready to take the exam. We keep getting message after message about the success people are having on the exam after having the little boot camp and the revisiting their skills and things like that. you have the skills. We're just making you feel like you're ready to take the exam. You know how to use G Suite, you know how to use the different tools, and if there's something that you're a little weak on, you can brush up during the boot camp. I see that Reshma just shared the screen for boot camp. That's awesome. I'll throw that up in just a second. It's only $10 to get your GCE level 1 and only $25 to get your GCE level 2. You take the exam. If you do not pass the first time, you can take it again in 2 weeks. If you have any problems with the exam, so you're having an issue, just grab a GEG program leader and we will fix it and you can take it again. Don't worry. So if you take the exam and it's not successful for you, don't worry. You can take it again or reach out to one of us and we'll give you a hand. The exam is valid for 3 years. You get this shiny badge and it shows that you have a level 1 understanding of G Suite for Education. Level 2 is how do you use it in your teaching and learning? How are you using it with multimedia text sets or hyperdocs? The things that Reshma just showed you, how valuable it is to use a form with a book study like the book Holes, and you can get that immediate check for understanding. You can use it for assessment, things like that. Those are the way you use the tools in your teaching and learning. The first one is just how do you know how to use the tool? The second level 2 is how are you using it in your teaching and learning? So remember, you got this. So in Reshma's slide deck, she's got sample questions, Educator 1 training, Google Certified Educator Capacity Matrix, lots of tools that you can use to help you prepare for the exam. Oops, turn on my questions and answers. And same for level 2. So these are in here to help you get prepared. The big thing is when you prepare for the exam, practice all the test questions in the Google Certified Trainer Center. Those are, consider them like release questions when you're doing your annual testing with your students. The more you practice them, the better you're going to feel on the exam, and you can get right through the multiple choice section of your exam in under 45 minutes. So you've got a glorious over 2 hours to do the practical portion, which is open up a doc, add an image, things like that, the basics. But you want to leave time for that part of the exam, and you'll be fine. But I can't stress enough how important it is to practice those practice questions. And tips for success, complete the trainings from Google for Education Teacher Center. It's an engaging program. If you are already comfortable with those skills, of course, skip the ones you don't need, but do take the practice test questions. It'll get your test fitness up. Play and learn all the suggested activities. Do not miss the See What We Came Up With section. The 3-hour exam is multiple choice and a practical section called Creating Scenarios. And don't panic. Take a deep breath. You've got this. Yay. And without further ado, I'll bring Karen on. Oh, you know what? I'll show the boot camp. Reshma shared her, let's see. There, she's got it. Thank you. Thanks, Reshma. So if you go to our GEG Global's bootcamp site, you are going to be blown away. There's enough information for you to find any of the points that you might not be comfortable with, and so you can brush up on the skills that are important to you. But without further ado, I will bring up Karen. Yay! Yay, Karen.
So hello, I am Karen Lagola. I am the third piece of GEG SoCal. So proud to be a co-leader with awesome Becky and Stacy. They're wonderful. So I'm here this morning to talk to you about Google Certified Trainer. So I am a instructional technology coach. I've been in education for 18 years, and this is my 11th year as a coach. And I've been a trainer for 5 years. Before I jump into trainers, though, I just want to tell you part of being a trainer is that you have to stay current with your level 1 and level 2. And I, this year, have just had to retake my level 1. So it's all fresh to me. If you're having any trouble, reach out to me. You can tweet. The Education Center really did help. I highly recommend that you go through and you do those quizzes. And then I took both boot camps and I just rewatched parts that I need. For me, it's sheets that always make me think I don't know how to do something, so I just kept redoing it. So the Google Trainer Program, I'll tell you a little bit just about, it's kind of the same as the level 1 and 2. You go to the Teacher Education Center, and you can find out all this information. But you complete a trainer course. It's about 20 hours. You do it at your own pace. There's different modules. And then you go and you take an assessment the same way. It's the same test, similar to that. But the trainer, who is trainer for? Trainer is really for those teachers who are leaders at their school, who are helping other teachers all the time with their skills, that are in a position where, you know, they are really helping others to use technology and to integrate it into their classroom and coming up with innovative ways to help students in the classroom. So the process itself is pretty self-explanatory. If you're interested in it, I recommend you go to the site and you look at it. I mean, it has changed. I've been a trainer for 5 years. So to be honest, I have not gone through the current site at all, but I can tell you, for me, the benefits are the community that you get to meet. You get to be involved with trainings just for trainers that are different level. You get to be put on the Google Education Directory. So I've been notified from schools outside of my district. I've connected with people all over the world. So the benefits to being part of the trainer, not just the validation part for yourself, where you know that you have done something and you've created it, and that you have this, that your job as a leader or trainer is, you have this tool now, this certification, a badge. That's the word I'm looking for. Too early in Southern California for me. But you also get all these other benefits, and the benefit of the community is the biggest part. You do need to have your level 1 and 2, so always start there. I did just renew. I actually have to renew my level 2, but I was trying to space it out a little bit. You get to have a G Suite education domain, something that Stacy and I are going to be doing soon. I've been doing this for years and never really needed one, but I do want to take part in all pieces of it now. And so if you're interested in joining, you can go to the website. Stacy, you can go to the Innovator slide. So I'm going to talk a little bit about that piece as well, being a certified innovator, which is like the next step up. So we have these levels in Google Certified Education. We start at just the tools and skills in level 1. We then go to level 2 and we infuse it with what you do in your classroom. We take it up a notch to trainer, where we start to train other people and teach other teachers. And then we become innovators, where we're really putting all of that together and we're coming up with a project that we feel will change education, what we feel we're passionate about in education. I have not had the opportunity to apply to the Innovator Program. And I think actually when Becky comes on, she is the best person to tell you about that, because she just went through that process. I do know that it's really hard to get in. The first step is to actually find an academy near you. They only have academies at certain times of the year. Right now, the only one that is going on is a virtual academy. Once you do that and you find the one you want to apply for, you then have to go through this process of creating a video, submitting this application. But I'm going to let Becky tell you all about that, because she did just do it, so it's fresh in her mind. But the Innovator process is that now you are absolutely with this cohort of people that you are learning beyond. You are pursuing kind of your 20% project, the project that you think is so important for you, a way that something in education that you feel that you could be impactful with, and that's kind of what you take with. And I really look forward to applying someday and doing my Innovator. But here, I'm going to bring Becky on now. Stacy, if you want to throw her on up here, because she's next anyway, and she can kind of fill in my gaps of Innovator, because she just did it. So take it away. Oh, you're muted.
Sorry about that. Thank you. I'm going to actually pull Avid up here with me to talk about Innovator. I did just go through the application process. I didn't get in this round, but honestly, the process itself of applying and diving into a challenge is so beneficial and helpful that I'm really looking forward to this next round and applying again and continuing to learn. So Avid, share about the Innovator process, because I do know it changed your life, and it is something I am so excited to join in with when it's my time. So Avid, take it away.
Cool, thank you. Firstly, huge congratulations to Reshma and the rest of GEG Pune, India. As an ethnic Indian, I'm really proud to see GEG take off in India, and it's really I'm really excited for how this moves forward in India. So yeah, Innovator. I was very fortunate to be accepted into the Innovator Program in London 19, which took place in July 2019, and for sure, it absolutely changed my life. Like Becky said, it is the most exciting Google Certified Educator Program that there is. It puts you in touch with the most amazing community in the whole world of previous innovators. It is a group of currently, I think, around about 2,000, nearly 2,300 innovators around, top educators around the world who are doing amazing things in education. They have a huge passion with what you do as part of the program is you, in your application, you you submit an application with a challenge in education that you feel needs solving, and then what happens is you apply, and then your fellow previous innovators from around the world will then mark those applications, and if you're successful, you'll get in, and then you'll go through what is normally a 3-day program. So I know Karen mentioned historically it's been academies that take place around the world. So in 2019, there was one in Sydney, in London, in New York, Singapore, Sweden. There was also the first ever Japanese speaking academy in Tokyo. There was a Portuguese one in Brazil. And then there have been many Spanish ones. Obviously, since COVID-19, we couldn't have any in-person academies this year. So this year, the Innovator Program has launched the first ever virtual Innovator Academy, VIA 20, which is an amazing experience. I'm very fortunate to have been chosen as a coach for the academy. It's the largest cohort we've ever had. So normally you have 36 innovators in a cohort. This year for the Virtual Innovator Academy, we've got 78 innovators in the cohort. We from all around the world, from the States, from Europe, from Asia. There's a huge following there, and there are some really exciting projects coming about as part of the Innovator Academy, and I highly recommend everyone to look out for the next round of Innovator Academies next year. Definitely visit the website info.certifiedinnovatораcademies.com. Take a look. Thanks, Stacey, for putting up my Innovator page there. You can see what my challenge was, and then you can see an example of the video that I did. So when I did my application, it was a 60-second video. This year for VIA 20, it was a 90-second video. So you talk about yourself, your display, your passion, and your googliness for the first 30 seconds, and then for the remainder of the 60 seconds, you talk about your challenge and what it is you want to hope to solve. And then the golden rule to remember, and that this is the most important part: do not talk about a solution when you're doing your application. The application process is not the time for the solution. The solution you'll develop when you get into the academy, and that's when you'll go through the really exciting design thinking process, and then you'll collaborate with the rest of your fellow innovator buddies to work on developing the solution. But that is pretty much the Innovator Academy in a nutshell. You need to be a Google Certified Educator Level 2 in order to apply for the Innovator Program, but absolutely it is the most amazing experience. I cannot value it enough. Words don't do it justice. It is something that you really need to experience. I keep saying to people who don't understand what the Innovator Program is take the most amazing PD experience you've ever had in your life, multiply it by 1 million, and you might come close to the amazing experience that the Innovator Program is. And the people it puts you in touch with. Global GEG exists because of the connections we made through the Innovator Program. I know Becky and Reshma through those connections, and so it's really exciting. And shout out to Yograj Patel, who's from India, and he is a current innovator in VIA 20.
Actually, Abid, I requested Yograj and David. They were not able to join because of some other commitment. But David did send us an amazing video to congratulate us. And thank you so much, Abid. Sorry to interrupt you, but it is amazing. I have so much to learn from all of you.
Yeah, that's why I popped you guys on, because I know we were all with Becky as she went through the process, and it was so moving, and Abid and the other innovators were always, helping her and looking at things, and then she collaborated with the whole community. And Karen and I didn't apply this year because yikes. But it was so neat watching this whole process and what she learned, and then now this year Abid is the mentor for an entire VI group. Can you explain that too, Abid? We're so proud of you.
So when you attend the Innovator Academy, you then have a year to work on your project, and at the end of the year you have your project launch, and basically it's at the end of that year that you then launch your project. And if you've successfully launched a project, then you can be chosen to do to be a coach for a future academy. And then what you would do is, when I did my experience, I had Graham Bowman, who was my coach, and they coach a team of 6 of us and just support us through the entire process. I have now fortunately been selected as a coach for VIA 20. Shout out to my team, Team Carnivals, and they're doing some really amazing stuff, and I'm really excited about some of their projects that are going to come to life in the next few weeks and then over the course of this year. You're on mute, Becky.
I am. I keep doing that today. Thank you so much for jumping in and joining us, Abid. We're so happy to have you here. And as one of the founders of Global GEG, we've been able to build this connection, and it's just been a wonderful community. So thank you, Abid, for jumping in and joining us this morning.
Thank you.
We're going to dive into the Certified Coach Program next. This is one of Google for Education's newest certifications that they've offered. The Certified Coach finally became public or available to everybody over the summer. And it is a certificate and a program specific to instructional coaches or coaches in the educational setting. Now, coaches are definitely a big thing in the US, but they're not around the world. And so this is a great way to begin building the coaching relationship and coaching role in different countries around the world. And all it is just an educator who is there supporting another teacher, another educator one-on-one. I'm going to share a link in the chat, and this link will take you to an open chat that we have for people that are going through the certification process, because the process is not just send in an application and see how you do. It takes months. You actually have to complete the whole curriculum, which is free. I'm an instructional coach in my district. I've been an instructional coach for 3 years, and I went through the curriculum over the summer, and I learned a ton. It was really helpful and just helped me frame how I work with teachers, how I start the conversation. begin developing those challenges, all of that. So the curriculum was really beneficial and completely free. And then after that, there is a quick skills assessment. The assessment's not, it's just making sure that you understand the process based off the curriculum. You do need to have your Google Certified Educator Level 1 and Level 2 to apply, and then you begin putting together a coaching portfolio. The coaching portfolio happens after you've done probably at least 2 coaching cycles. A coaching cycle is 8 weeks with an educator, and so you're working with multiple educators. So for most people, it's going to take about a half year to get through just the application for certified coach. Knowing that it takes that long, it really is nice to have a group of other educators alongside with you to help you through the process, to answer your questions, to do book studies with you. So we've started Google EC, which is the certified coach, Google EC Open Chat, and that truly is a group of other educators and other coaches working on their certification application. Stacey, I'll have you go to the next slide. And okay, yep, so that's it for the certification. Thank you. I'm going to bring everybody else back on. If you have questions, check out the link I put in the chat about the Google Coach and throw your questions in the comments. But it really is just a group of coaches coming together to support each other.
Thank you so much, Becky.
Yay, Becky.
That was so much information.
Reshma, the video for David, is that in your slide deck?
It is in my slide deck. Yes. Yeah.
Let's see, what slide is that on?
It is. I also have a tab for it. Do you think that might?
Yeah, it's fine. Let's do yours because I don't see it in your slide deck. So perfect. Okay, so I'm gonna select yours. There you go. Yay. Oh, the sound. Avid, with the sound, should she share a tab, or how can she make her sound?
Yeah, I think if you share a tab, Reshma, and
okay. So I should just stop sharing and then share the tab again? Okay.
Yes.
I'll do that again real quick. I am so sorry. We're just going out of the time, but it doesn't show me this tab. Oh yeah, it does. Okay.
David shared it earlier, Avid, but I didn't have access to upload it, so we're going to see if this works.
Does this?
Do you want to turn the volume up, Reshma?
Maybe if you share, try sharing again, Reshma, and share your whole application window. Maybe that'll. I think it's opposite of Google Meet where you have to do the Chrome tab, but I don't remember.
Oh, okay.
I think you might just need to turn the volume up a bit. We were hearing it, but it was just a bit faint. If you turn the volume,
you could hear it. Excellent. Okay.
Oh, okay.
If you turn the volume up to max level and then share the tab again. Do you want to share your screen, Reshma? If you want to share the link, Reshma, I can try to play it through my tab if you want.
And just while you're doing that, Karen had lost power. We're doing in her area, they're having some scheduled power outages. And so it seems like it was her time. So some rolling power.
Thanks for sharing that, Becky. I was wondering what happened.
Yeah, they're doing rolling blackouts. It's super hot here. And when it gets this hot, they sometimes have to do rolling power outages here. And so she's lost power.
I'm really excited to see what comes around. It's great.
That's great, Reshma. We can hear it. Go ahead and share your screen now.
Global collaborative efforts in this as well. I'm really excited to see.
Oh my God! Okay,
we can all make
You did it. Good.
India, and great to see GEG Global on board and to see that it's reaching India. So, in the meantime, enjoy the rest of the evening, enjoy the rest of the webinar, and I look forward to connecting with you where possible. And my Twitter's always open, and I am here if needed. So yeah, take it easy, take care. Goodbye for now.
Yay, David. And Reshma's going to put a link to David's video on her slide deck, so you'll be able to see it again as well.
yeah, it was a bit confusing. I'll try my best. Yeah. Okay, so we're almost done with most of our presentation. It was great having everybody online. So what are our goals? The goals are, you can see my slide, right?
Yeah.
Okay, awesome. So I'm putting up the links to join GEG Pune India, where we are going to inspire. We'll have training sessions and what you are looking forward to. But we need your information first to be able to send you more details on dates and agenda. So what we are looking forward to is daily, just look out for updates on social media. It is amazing information that you receive. Weekly and bi-weekly, we are planning to have training sessions on each Google tool. We will reach out to you on the time that suits you, because I'm in California, you guys are in India and all around the world, but we will try to figure out a time that fits everybody's schedule. We'll be meeting once a month with our monthly meet and greet, where it's an open chat, you discuss, you tell us what you look forward to, what your problems are, and anytime you just put up on the Google Drive on our shared document, just what you are looking for, what were your problems, how can we help you with, and reach out to Global GEG. They are amazing. That's my to-go every time I need some help. And you just read their posts, and like they are just amazing. They just share awesome things that you would never even think of technology can do, and they have already done it. So thank you, Abid. Sorry, I don't have your picture right here, but I have it with me, and I'm going to post it pretty soon. And thank you so much for joining our GEG launch today. It went a little ahead of time, but I was super excited, so I just probably spoke a lot. So
no, everything was fantastic, Reshma. And the nice thing about streaming with Global GEG on YouTube and with StreamYard is there's no real time limit, and our viewers can watch it later on if they had to leave early. So we're so glad you didn't leave any of this wonderful stuff out.
Thank you. And the last thing that I want to tell people who are attending it, I'm putting up a feedback form. So we just want to hear from you. What is it that you liked about it? What is it that we should be changing or adding to our sessions? And exciting is you get a certificate at the end of your feedback, which says, thank you for participating, and this is awarded to you for participating in GEG Pune launch. And I wish to collaborate. I wish to learn together, and let's go. Thank you so much, Stacy, Becky, Abid, Karen, and everybody from Global GEG who joined today for the meet, and my educators back in India. Happy Teachers Day. And this is India's Teachers Day. It is a special national holiday celebrated to actually say thank you to all the teachers. So I thought that would be the best day to come up with the launch. Thank you so much.
Happy Teachers Day. Great job, Reshma. Happy Teachers Day.
Thank you. So Stacey.